You just need to make sure you've got a fire extinguisher nearby, okay? Hello everybody, it's Barry here, and Phoebe. Hello Phoebes, high five. It's right. Ow, wow. Wanna feel old? Phoebe is nearly 14 now. Today Mrs. B and Chloe are out of the house, and it is the perfect opportunity to showcase this amazing book I was kindly gifted by my friend Lettuce. You got to catch it, this is what I do, okay? Catch. Oh my gosh. This book. What is it, Phoebe?
Vegetarian microwave cooking book.
Yes, even my friend Lettuce, who is a vegetarian, said this sounds like the most blandest cookbook from the 1990s. But don't just believe the cover. I'm sure in its day it was amazing, and that is our purpose today. It could still be. Let's look inside. Oh, sorry, you're right.
Don't do that again.
I won't do that
again.
Phoebe is actually mostly you're completely vegetarian now, aren't you?
Yes.
Which means I kind of am most days of the week now. So you are the perfect candidate to taste this.
I wanted it to be nice first and then hideous second.
Right.
So I went for pineapple upside down cake.
Pineapple upside down cake. Nice. But if you look carefully at this photo here, look. It looks disgusting as they lift it out. That is not that. What the heck is that? It looks like a load of beef burgers on top of, I don't want to say what. Look at, what's it? Herb and cheese cobbler. Can you tell me what inspired you to want us to try this? You're the vegetarian, you want to try that?
I love cheese though.
You love cheese? Yeah. I don't see any cheese there. I see like weird patties that obviously aren't meat. What are they made of? Bran.
What's bran?
You're gonna have to wear a nappy later, that's what bran is.
Oh. Will the cake go in the microwave as well?
Mate, it is a microwave cookbook. Everything is in the microwave.
Oh.
So we measured all our ingredients out up here, but it says first of all, put 30 grams of margarine. Do you know what that is?
Like butter.
Again, we were crazy in the 90s. It was all the rage. So that butter we weighed out off camera, we need just 30 grams of that, all right? So we microwave this for 30 seconds.
Do we stop it or will it burn?
We're gonna trust the cookbook, all right?
Okay.
All nice and melted, happy?
Yes.
All right, so now our sugar, which we weighed out as well. Again, we had to weigh this off camera, but that goes in. Okay, and then we put that in the microwave for a minute. Look, there you go.
Ooh.
Look at that. That's worked. See how that's dissolved the sugar?
It smells like so nice, like caramel.
Well, it almost is. We have to apparently grease the bottom of the dish. This is a microwave safe. Are we sure about that?
I don't know.
That goes in here, okay? Yeah, the butter is kind of like part on it. At this stage, I'm just hoping it looks like that, let alone that. All right, next step, we put the walnut halves in the middle. We do like a little bit of decoration, okay? So just do a little circle. Remember, we're building it upside down, so we put the cherries in, but the dome side, right, goes face in. Stick him in there rather than your mouth, please.
I'm a bit worried.
Why?
Because, like, what if they don't go through the top?
You mean to say it's rock hard when you do that?
Mm.
I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, that is actually quite hard. Whoops. Is that going to go? Oh, yes. Well, look, we've achieved something so far. Look, that's cool. We get the remaining sugar and add it in with the butter.
Oh my goodness.
Good stuff. Phoebes, what's that?
A whisk.
No, it's a whisk worth taking. Can you please beat those eggs?
Yes.
We'll do this, we'll follow the book, even though we have a whisk electrically there. So I'm going to keep whisking this, and then you slowly pour the egg in, all right? Beating the eggs a little bit at a time along with the flour, okay? So you want to keep whisking it this time, and I'll add the flour as we go. What's it doing to it?
Making it thicker and drier.
Yes.
It's starting to look more like a cake.
Yeah, I'm feeling like 5% more confident. This is some baking powder.
This is Pat, my friend.
Alright, so the batter is done. Over here we have got the rest of the walnuts, and these are some digestive biscuits, okay? So they all go into a food processor, and we whiz them up to make crumbs to go in with that batter. So that is walnut and digestive crumbs. Do you want to taste them? Tastes like the 90s.
Yes.
Right, get it in your batter then. That's good. Nice one.
There we are.
That is making me feel a little bit more confident. Now we spread that over the base, okay?
Okay.
Making sure, trying not to disturb that amazing art that you've done. Not your best art, is it? Just looks like a big pile of peanut butter, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Covering up the masterpiece.
Doesn't look the most appetizing, but we'll see.
Yeah, because we cook it now in the microwave for 6 to 7 minutes, or until it begins to draw away from the sides of the dish. And my belief is that that will turn to a syrup, which will bubble up and coat the pineapple, nuts and cherries. Whether we'll see them again, I don't know. Okay. We then, once it's cooked, invert it, okay? So that syrup drenches down the rest of the cake. Drench, drench. You just need to make sure you've got a fire extinguisher nearby, okay?
Now we wait.
Now we wait. Look, this is how artistic Phoebe is.
Made a food pun.
Nice.
For cheese. And I also drew that.
She drew an eye.
Yes.
That's amazing. That looks better than my actual eye. The thing is with Phoebe, she's really talented, but she stays humble, like me, you know? I said, Phoebe, I might need your help, and you just run and eat biscuits. Phoebe, it's gonna get dangerous in a minute. Please help me, please help me. You alright? I hope the biscuit was worth it. Stop eating a biscuit for a sec. Got 4 or just under 40 seconds to go. Ready?
Oh, wow.
Oh, that looks spongy.
You can see at the bottom, it's more runny.
Yeah. That is spongy. I think we'll give it the full 6 minutes. It's a more modern microwave than the 90s, just about. This might blooming well work.
It's done.
Right.
We should put a cocktail stick in it.
We should. That's very sensible.
Did you know?
Did I know?
In the olden days, if you had a headache, they would put it through your head to stop the headache.
Yeah, of course I know that.
Did they do that when you were a kid?
Did I? No, they didn't do that when I was a kid, mate. I wasn't Egyptian. I Sphinx. Oh my gosh. That is super spongy. Look at that.
Oh.
Right. And has it come away from the sides? Yes, it has. Okay. Right. This is genuinely potentially quite dangerous. So I want you to just let your dad hurt himself. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Oh. Look, it's falling off. Oh my gosh.
That sort of worked.
I think that's a pass.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? We've achieved a cake. That is a spongy cake. It is very spring-like.
For a split second, I thought you actually like electrocuted yourself.
Well, I think that is, well, it all comes down to the taste, but it's caramelised around the pineapple.
Yeah.
Right. Let's let the dessert cool, because you can't eat dessert without your main. Hello. How are you getting on?
Good.
You winning?
Won and lost one.
1-1 lost one. All right.
Yeah. We just lost 2-0.
Ah. Don't worry, I've got some pineapple cake for you.
I want my sandwich.
Oh, she's got to eat a sandwich now.
The herb and cheese cobbler, but it could just look horrendous. They just generally look like burger patties, don't they? Why did you pick that out, honestly?
It's just a cheese bit to me, and the herb, like...
Where's cheese? Where do you look at that photo and go, cheese?
Oh no, in the name. As long as it's cheesy, I'm on board.
So we need about 280 ml of the stock. So amongst this mass of patties, which is actually a cobbler, which we'll come to, is... Well, yeah, we won't say what that looks like, but this is actually a pack of mixed vegetables, and it's the first step we do, okay? Filming on a Sunday, and there's a supermarket in our hometown that's shut at midnight. I went in there, and I actually tweeted a story of 20 years ago. I was in there, that supermarket, after a night out. I sort of stumbled in there on my own and bought a DVD player, and woke up the next morning going, Mum, I bought a DVD player. So I was in there last night buying cherries and other ingredients for this video, and I just sort of rolled back the years and thought, living the dream. But it was a multi-region one, I remember that. Do you know what a multi-region DVD player is?
You could put more than one in.
1 kilo of veg in there, we need half of that. So just roughly guess half of the veg and get it in there. Because that gets cooked up, first of all, in a microwave. Because else would it get cooked? Oh. Actually a really fascinating chapter in this book about how microwaves work. And I've just bored Phoebe with it off camera. This has had 4 minutes uninterrupted. Oh yeah, baby.
It's lovely.
Happy with that? And I guess we could always warm it if we have to. Right, let's move on. Put the margarine into the bowl with some wholemeal flour, corn flour, mixed herbs, and the stock. So pour that all in. Appetizing.
Yum.
I don't know what it is, but it smells not too bad. In that goes. That's going in for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
This is a whisk worth taking again.
Bargain.
Bargain. We're gonna whisk it through, get it lump free, and hopefully it'll thicken up. Saucy. Still looks like stuffing. Whisk away, mate. Yeah, that seems to be working. Team microwave.
2 minutes.
All right, here we go. This is gonna be hot. Woo, that is hot. I'll just pour that over. Oh, wow. You can see where that look on the book of the photo, the filling comes from. This bit here, see? That is what we're making there.
Ooh. It does look a bit questionable, but can't judge it by how it looks.
It's exactly what I say to your mum. So why do you think that these things here that we're going to make are called cobblers?
Like, the word cobbler makes me think of horse or cow hooves.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe. They resembled like cobbled streets, all bumpy and stuff.
Oh.
I don't know. That could be a complete lie. Don't tell people at school, all right?
Okay.
Have you ever had bran before?
I don't think so.
You'll know about it tomorrow. Plain flour, baking powder, cheese.
Can never have too much cheese.
Oh, you're gonna do? Oh, do the Salt Bay. Yes, mate. So this is some vegetable fat as well. It's going to hopefully eventually form a breadcrumb mixture.
Oh my god, this is just weird with the cheese.
So that is your cobbler dough. You happy? You're making a cobbler. That is your rounds. Okay, so we're going to need roughly 8 of these. But first of all, I'm going to pour the vegetable medley, can we call it that?
Yeah.
Into this. It is a little bit congealed. So you keep doing that and I'll take these cobbler pieces and put it on there. Look at that. Nutritious.
Yeah.
Right, this goes in for 10 minutes. Apparently in that time, it should puff up and then go harder, which is, you know, it's that cobbled texture. But that's it. We then get to taste it. There's actually some amazing ingredients in it, so it could be wonderful. That is the full 10 minutes. That has survived. They've puffed up a little bit. I present to you the herb and cheese cobbler, which looks equally as, in fact, maybe more bland than the photo. So there we go. We're going to let that cool down a little bit, in which case these cobblers, which are hard, but not that much, they might firm up as they cool. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
You are? You want to eat this?
That's not bad.
That's actually all right. The cobbler, you're really getting the cheese. It looks so bland in that photo, but the cheese in it is actually, maybe the fact that it's still warm, it's a little melty vibe.
It's really gooey, but it's really nice. And the stock gives the flavour.
I would genuinely eat that again.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah.
So visually it looks horrendous, but that's really good. All right, happy?
Yeah.
It just looks really looks so bad. Oh wow! I can't believe that. Blasted it for 10 minutes. Crazy. We can see the cherries, see the nuts, and that's a slice of cake, I guess.
Yeah.
Looks a bit dry. So I'm going to try the sponge first. When I did cooking at school, Phoebe, the school you're at now,
Yeah.
one of the first things I ever made at home economics was a pineapple upside down cake. And I had to walk home from school. By the time I got home, because it was the last lesson, it was still hot. It ended up very, very, very upside down cake. This is dry, isn't it? This is crumbly. Oh, that's not bad.
It's a bit gritty, but that's like
It's a bit gritty. Tastes like a driveway. But what we want to try and do is get some of that sugary syrup crunchy topping. I'm just going to go for some pineapple for some moisture. Yeah, I feel like because it's the 90s, maybe our microwaves are a little bit more efficient now. Maybe like a fan oven and stuff like that. It's sort of pushing it round a bit more, and we might have slightly overdone it on the syrup, so it has sort of seized, and the cake might have cooked a bit too well.
It's quite nice.
It is. And I'd rather that we overcook a cake rather than undercook it. Don't forget, I've done some other retro recipes in the past, but maybe we could do Crazy Cookbook Corner, huh? I do get sent some crazy cookbooks, and I get gifted them many other times over the years from my family for some reason. So thank you to my friend Lettuce for giving me this one. I think he picked it up in a charity shop for £1. Surprisingly amazing. And I think it sort of comes down to that line of how photography, you eat with your eyes, it was like, oh my gosh. But the flavours in there, playing around with that and maybe tweaking it to your liking, you can actually nail it. Like that cobbler thing, I have genuinely been to restaurants and eaten worse food.
It tastes better than it looks.
Yeah. And I think that is the moral of today's video.
Yes.
Thanks for watching, folks. Cheers, Phoebes. Nice. Let's go walk the dogs. See you later.
Bye.
Love is how you spell food. Gonna make some truffles to get you in the mood. To me, your support is smooth as silk. When I have my cereal, I pour on milk. If you got a food mixer, give it a whirl. I gotta let you know I'm still cooking in love with you, girl.
I've just accidentally stumbled upon this recipe here for pumpkin raisin bread, where it is telling you to not only put a loaf tin in the microwave, but to also wrap foil around the edge of the tin. You do not put that in the microwave. Look, cover the dish with aluminium foil to prevent overcooking. If you put that on a loaf tin, mate, you're going to see fireworks.